Hello y'all, welcome. My name is Lauren and today I'm going to be going through my June pages in my Hobonichi techo. And she is getting thick! So we will see how the rest of the year goes. This is, of course, the time of year that I'm deeply envious of everybody in an avec, which if you don't know is the Hobonichi split up into 6 months, so they are starting a fresh new insert. And yeah, it's perfect for people who put a lot of stuff in their journals, which I don't know if I really do, but man, this time of year, just seeing all those fresh, new, pristine journals really tempts me. Okay, so let's get into it. So first things first, this is the Field Day cover by Kyohei Sakaguchi. New with the 2026 releases. I just switched into this cover and I love it. Feel like it's very perfect for summer, spring, and yeah, again, I was just feeling the itch to have a new notebook. And so switching out the cover is a great way to kind of resist the temptation to just start something new because Hobonichis are meant to get a little thick, it's okay. And I am trying to convince myself, if you can't tell. But yeah, I had a great month in June and I'm really excited to get into the pages. I also updated my dashboard, this cover area for June. I wanted some new stuff. I have a background that better matches the cover. All that good stuff. I don't really use anything in the front. It's purely for decoration. Just something fun to see when I open the book. Flipping over to my monthly page, or monthly, yeah, I was gonna say pages, but no, it is just the one page for a month. But I had a really great month. I love how all these decorations turned out. These two tapes are from the washi station. I miss you. Please come back, but take your time, of course. But for those of you who can catch the washi station at a stationery fest or market, I'm so happy for you. They have the best tapes ever. And I try not to get too precious with this page, I'll say. I do just try and keep it a little bit loose. Just a fun space where I could jot down, what's going on. And, I don't really have too much going on. So I can, usually have one event per day. So it's the perfect amount of space for me. And then flipping over to my ink log, we have a couple of new ones for June, starting with number 28, which is from Dominant Industry. I think it's called Les Fallets à Détat, something like that. But a really beautiful shimmer ink that's currently in my Kaweco. And then we have Violet Purple, really fun purple ink. Although to be honest, I think I might unink this one soon. I haven't been using it as much as I normally do. And it's in my Kakuno, and that pen usually has Torori in it, this yellow, and I miss it. Then I have Cat General in my Twisby and Soil Brown in my Fude. And as I'm recording this, we are into July, and I haven't changed out any of these just yet, but once I do, I just put a little dot there, so it's no progression. It's just the pens that I use and how often I use them. And then we have my goals page. I really want to come up with another goal for this one, since I did intentionally leave it open to kind of come back to for the second half of the year. So we'll see. But honestly, I've been really happy with all my goals. And I think in the beginning of the year, I was very excited by the idea of having a new goal for the second half of the year. And now that it is the second half of the year, that feels a little burdensome, but we'll see. So those are the beginning pages. Oh wait, no it's not, I lied. I flew right past my habit tracker, yay! So this is a really fun one. I love doing this, and it is just, I have the key back here, but it is just habits in a fun little code shape. I did realize way too late, I've had this for a while, but this Hobonichi stencil has a ton of shapes on it. If you can see, there we go. So I might use these ones up here. I don't know. The mouse could be kind of funny for something, but yeah, this has been in my pencil case for forever, and I just realized I can probably use it for a lot more things. Usually the only thing I use it for are the stars in my reading journal, and occasionally I'll use this box or the numbers, but yeah, we can definitely, since I do carry it around with me, can definitely give that guy a workout. All right, now we can flip to the daily pages. All right, and now we can go to the daily pages. So I think this is actually the second month that I've done a currently inked for the monthly overview. I kind of had I was pretty indecisive about what I wanted to use this page for, but I feel like using it for my currently inked pens really clicked with me, so I'm excited to keep doing that. And of course got to use one of my favorite stamps by Authn Chen, and just had some fun with inks. And then this was actually an amazing day. We had a Hobonichi meetup at Open Studio in Portland, Maine, and I just had so much fun. A bunch of people came. I got to meet Chris finally from NIMS Archive. It was so cool seeing her in person. And yeah, it was just a really amazing night. Got to chat with so many people, look at their journals, and do a little bit of journaling, and it was perfect in every way. I did make some stuff for the event, including this prompt list, which you can grab for free from my Ko-Fi, and this spread, of course, is the summer bucket list. And then I also made this little Hobonichi sticker that I actually did not use on this spread. I guess I could have, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure I will use it at some point, but I was very proud of this little sticker, and yeah, he sadly is not in the Hobonichi, but one day, maybe. Oh, and I also accidentally wrote river dogs here at first. I used to live in Charleston, South Carolina, and their, what is it, MLB farm team is called the Sea... I almost did it again. It's called the River Dogs. And so now we're up here, and the minor league team is called the Sea Dogs, which is kind of cute and fun and, gets me nostalgic for Charleston and just happy that I'm here now. But anyway, I love pointing out mistakes and showing how you could fix them. So I did want to call this one out because I did cut out another piece of paper from a blank Hobonichi grid notebook and just slapped that right on top. This page is just more personal thoughts from the amazing meetup. And we are also doing a junk journaling night at the end of July 30th. So if you want to register for that, the link is below, again, in Portland, Maine, an open studio. And even if you're watching this and it's long past July 2026, we definitely will be doing some more events. So keep an eye out for that if you're local or local-ish. And I also got to try out the Zoom nib. I think it's a Sailor proprietary nib, maybe. But the Chris had a pen with a Sailor pen with a Zoom nib on it. And it was really unique. I don't know, I did not like it, which is okay, that's the whole point of trying out pens. But it felt like a ballpoint pen almost. I don't know, I can't describe it. It was one of the most interesting pens I've experienced for sure. And yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. And you could also flip it around and use the other side, and it's this really thin lettering. So thank you again so much to Chris for letting me try out her amazing pen, even though it wasn't for me. It's still very cool to try them out. Then the next day I got boba and also got to use my super cute boba stamp. Ta-da! I got this one from Nico Neko a million years ago. Actually, not two years ago, not that long ago. And it is just perfect. And then it was kind of a rainy Saturday, and I don't know what came over me, but I really just wanted to do some stationery shopping. And luckily in Maine, there's a ton of shops popping up, in southern Maine specifically. So it was really cool. It's really cool to see just more places and more people getting involved in the hobby, of course, always fun. So I went to Pendle, which is mostly, I would say, a vintage pencil shop. They have a ton of cool stuff though, but a lot of vintage stuff specifically. So definitely check them out if you're looking for older stuff, vintage Japanese stuff. It's really cool. The parking situation is a bit of a headache. I don't know what's up with that. It's right at the edge of a development, and there's cones in front of where you would drive into people's houses. And I get, people, they don't want other people parking in front of their house to go shopping, I guess, but that's a little obnoxious if you ask me. At any rate though, the people at Pendle are really nice and it's definitely worth a visit. And then I also went to the Newberry Comics store in the Portland Mall. I think it's just called the main mall. Got some blind boxes, always a good time. And then after our stop there, we went up to Wanderlust stationery. They also had a great selection. I'll say it's a junk journaler's heaven. Definitely a lot of really cool stuff. And actually that is where I got these shell stickers. And this little ballpoint pen with this cat. Ah! Can you even believe it? I really should get some refills for this one, so if anyone knows what kind of refills this pen would take, I guess I could probably figure it out on my own, but I just remembered to look that up. Oh wow, I still have so much left. So yeah, that was like a fun, cozy shopping day. Oh, and also both of these stores are participating in Stationery Store Day, which is in August, I believe. So I kind of wanted to see if I potentially can go to all of the stores in Maine that are participating in Stationery Store Day on, of course, Stationery Store Day. But I kind of wanted to do a little trial run to see like the distances between each, and also, of course, the parking situation. There are also, of course, plenty of other stationery stores in Maine. I guess not plenty. I don't know. I'm always shocked when I hear of a new one, to be honest. But yeah, there could always be more, basically. So if you want to open up a stationery store in Maine, especially, I think, you know, maybe up north a bit more, Pendle, Wanderlust, Open Studio are all in southern Maine. Oh, and a new one, Ope, I believe, should also be opening soon. But again, that one is in Portland. So yeah, northern Maine, I believe, needs some more stationery stores. Or if you know of a stationery store in northern Maine, please let me know, because I love to keep an eye out for all the stationery. And then just had a cozy Sunday after that. And then the next day, Milky Delivery had a demo out. This game is so, so cute. I'm not too much of like a PC gamer. I don't have a PC, but this one was easy enough even for me to play on my Mac, and it's definitely worth it. The demo is free, and everyone should play it because it's amazing. And I believe it's coming out in September, so yeah, super excited for that release. Then I voted the next day, and just want to call out, I've had a couple of links in my description box for a while to some really great organizations that do a lot of awesome work in Maine, and I would of course encourage you to vote and support organizations wherever you are that do amazing work. All right, then the next day I finished Martyr. I've seen this book a bunch of places. Definitely well-deserved hype. It's really good. Would absolutely recommend everybody read it. I do kind of wish I read it with a class or like in a book club. I do feel like a lot of stuff went over my head a little bit, and I should have been paying a little bit more closer attention to some themes that kind of repeated. So I think this would be a great discussion book if you have like a book club that does discussions like that. And I don't know, I'd read anyone's essay on like the connections in this book or anything, because it was really great. And I also got to use my stamps that I made with Everyday Explorers Co. Thank you once again to Christine. I had a blast making these. And I don't know, kind of because of the spread, but also because everybody using their Avec and all that stuff, I'm kind of thinking about not doing a dedicated reading journal next year and just kind of doing spreads like this in my Hobonichi next year. So who knows, we'll see. I think for me, journaling is about change, and I think I just have to accept that I'm always going to want to change, and it is always okay to change things, you know? I think there is satisfaction for sure in like completing one book, but also it's fun to mix it up. And I guess those two sides aren't exactly complementary, so who knows? And then I posted this on Instagram and it went kind of, I'm not gonna say viral, I don't know. I usually get like maybe 50 likes on a post, and this one right now I think has like 600. So it's a little bit outside the norm for me, but I feel like a lot of people related to it, which is really nice. So again, I think this is the time of year that I, and apparently many of you, are kind of like, you know, let's just burn it all down, start again, see what we can do for next year, start over, you know. And yeah, I've been seeing everybody's mid-year techo kaigi videos pop up, and maybe those thoughts would be better in one of those videos, so we'll see. But yes, you are not alone if you are thinking about a change or already looking forward to 2027, you know? I really love how this spread turned out. I'm so happy with it. I went to Plein Air Day at Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens, which is free for artists, which is really, really cool. And it's not even, I think they have like 3 days at least over that weekend where artists can go. So yeah, there is definitely a lot of options if you wanted to go a different day. And then last week I posted a video on the accordion insert that I did during that day and also at home, inspired by the gardens. And then of course I had to do another spread in the Hobonichi. And I think maybe that was like the turning point for me, where I'm like, I don't know. I think I want to go back to a traveler's notebook next year. We'll see. Listen, again, we got plenty of time to think those thoughts. it's all good. And these pictures are actually scanned Polaroid. So I took some Polaroid pictures, scanned them in, printed them out on sticker paper, and then popped them in. And I was actually going through some older journals, and I've used like glossy sticker paper before, but some of the pictures in those older journals were, I don't even know how to describe it. They were like they were yellowing and also a little fuzzy. So I don't know. Anyone else who's used glossy sticker paper, please let me know your experience, because I might have to switch to matte sticker paper if they're gonna like eat away at the colors. I know like adhesive in general is not great for any kind of archival medium, so maybe that's just a part of journaling and the whole process, but hopefully I will still be able to look at this spread in a couple of years, but we can look at it now together, so maybe that'll be enough. And then the same day I went to the gardens, I also went to Paper, Rock, Scissors up in Wiscasset, I believe. I'm still learning the Maine regions, but I believe Wiscasset is like mid-coast, so that's what I'll say, and I'm sticking to it. And I got one of the Roll-Bon journal charms. Oh my god, this little guy. Oh, I can't. So yeah, he's just been like hanging out on my desk since June 14th. I don't know what I want to do with him. So if you have one of these cute little notebook charms, let me know where you put it, because I don't know, it feels too delicate for like my purse, but maybe that's where he should go. And then finished another book, accidentally stamped this one stamp upside down, but I also misstamped it anyway, so you can't really read it, but it's supposed to say dates read and be the other way around, like this. And I officially met 50% of my reading goal, which is currently 50. Yeah, I don't know why that took me a second. So this is my 25th book of the year, hooray! And it was the graphic novel Everyone Sucks But You. It was solid. Like a kind of bittersweet coming of age story. Yeah, I don't really think I disliked anything about it. I think it was just, again, solid, I guess is the best word I could use to describe it. Yeah. And then my husband started surfing, so we've been spending some time at the beach, which is really nice. And this is another instance where I did not like some text and then used another piece of paper to cover it up and try it again. Ta-da! So very few things in journaling are like undoable, so I'd encourage you to experiment. There's always a new page. There's always a piece of paper that you can cut out and stick on top of any mistakes. And then the next day, I spent some time with some friends journaling, which has been really nice. And then the next night was an art market, and I had a really good time at this one. Saw some friends that got to support their art, and then this woman was actually writing poetry, like live, which was really incredible. So I gave her a prompt, which was Head in the Clouds, and then she wrote this poem, I want to say in like 10 minutes. It was insane. So super talented. She's Stevie's Poems on the Instagram. And yeah, super inspiring. Props to her because that was amazing. Oh, and my friends are Clown and Cowboy, or is it Cowboy and Clown? Either way, they do some really cool live drawing and block printing as well. And they have a ton of art markets coming up, so I will link all of them down below. But so exciting to see such cool and fun artists in Maine. And then the next day was Portland Pride. This was super fun. I didn't go to like the main parade part, just went to, I guess, like the festival kind of at the end. Super, super fun, really well organized, and obviously so great to celebrate. I don't know if I like this drawing. I feel like it's a little too, I don't know. I go back and forth between loving it and wishing that I had done something different. So, that's just the way it goes. And then the next day was kind of rainy. I just got out some watercolors. And also I got this Nyota off of eBay. Really thanks to Christy Happy Plans. She, I think, just got this one in a blind box and I was immediately obsessed. Look at the little beret, the cats, so perfect. And I don't know, part of me feels like I have to stop getting blind boxes. I don't know if I sound so like puritanical being anti-blind box, but it's just like gambling a little bit. I mean, not like it is gambling, so. And again, not that I'm like inherently anti-gambling, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. At any rate, I just got this one off of eBay because my like rule or perspective is if there's one that I really, really want, is just to go and see if I could get it off of eBay. And if it's like less than double the price of one blind box, I think it's worth it, because then, yeah, I think in my mind that kind of makes sense. I'm having trouble articulating it, but I feel like it does make sense, you know? So in this case, this one was, I think, like $30, and the blind box, I want to say, is like $20. So for me, that was like, all right, yeah, that's like definitely, if I really just want this one, then I should go for it. And no regrets, 10 out of 10. She came like immediately, and now we get to hang out all day. So thank you, Christy Happy Plans. And yeah, those are my hot takes on blind boxes, I guess. And then still thinking about 2027, I was kind of like, let me just take a step back, just do some like writing, more classic journal style entries a little bit. I don't know, I'm still kind of up in the air about everything all the time. But I do love how these pages came out. I did kind of think about the color palette for both of them, so that's really satisfying. And went to book club at an ice cream shop, which was super fun. And then got another boba. And to be honest, I don't know, this one specifically, I was like, whoa, that was a ton of sugar. And I just felt really, really full after. And I don't know, maybe that's just this one place where I get boba from, but it felt a little excessive. So I was like, it's the summer, I should have like a sweet treat, you know, just celebrate being outside. And then I got this one and I was like, whew, you know, maybe I can just be outside and that could be enough of a celebration. And then this next day we went to Two Lights State Park, which I thought had 2 lighthouses, but it actually has 0 lighthouses. And there's even a sign that says there's no lighthouses in this park. There are 2 lighthouses extremely close to this park, and I believe they're like privately owned. I don't know. It was very odd. I have to look more into it. It was on my summer bucket list. Yeah, visit 2 lights. So yay, I got to cross that off. And it was still very cool. It felt like a very quintessentially Maine day. It was pretty foggy. It was actually only foggy for the time that we were in this park, and then was sunny like before and after, so felt extra spooky for some reason. And yeah, definitely will be back. I'm really happy with how this spread turned out. Again, I was like looking at some older journals, trying to be like, okay, what do I really, really like to draw? And it's really pages like this where it's like a couple of things, kind of like interconnected, obviously about the day, but not, you know, of course I do like doing those big spreads that are linked and stuff, but more, I don't know what you would say, like piecemeal kind of drawings, I think is actually like really, really my vibe. And then the next day I finished Beautyland. This was an amazing, amazing book. Might be my book of the year, to be honest. I think it was published a minute ago, and I actually saw it from Page Melt. They have really insightful thoughts about books and publishing and everything, and I could not for the life of me find what video that I watched of theirs that recommended this book, but either way, all of their videos are amazing. I just like nod along pretty much with everything that they say, and I am so happy to have read this book. It was really, really perfect. And then we've got the last day in June. I checked out another park, the Eastern Promenade. This place is dope. It is where most of Portland, Maine hangs out, it felt like, so. And it was like pretty cloudy on a random Tuesday, so yeah. A little concerned with how popular it gets because parking was a nightmare. Maybe I'm the problem, honestly. I'm always apprehensive about parking. But I did find a parking spot at the very bottom of this hill and then walked all the way up, which was beautiful, you know? It was really cool to see. It has an amazing view, and I did not draw the view, but I just drew my feet, so, you know, why not? Okay, so that is it for the daily pages, and then we'll flip to the back. I actually feel like none of these have an update to them. No new movies. Yeah, I've just been watching a ton of Love Island, and not mad about it, to be honest. Love Island UK is my jam specifically. I know everybody is popping off, or not everybody. I feels like most people in the United States are watching Love Island USA. I don't know, it just doesn't, it's not the same. It's not the same. But maybe I should start watching it because they had Megan Thee Stallion on, my God, So I don't know, very conflicted, but if you watch Love Island, please let me know. Ooh, and I did de-ink this pen, but I realized I only added one favorite for June. I don't know. Maybe I'll get out my dip pen and add a few more things, but yeah, this one was Beautyland for sure. And then I actually have been writing down a few more tiny moments of joy, please clap. And this has been really fun, especially with Ed, because it's kind of hard to think of. Like, you could think of big things that make you happy, maybe more easily than thinking about the small things. So I don't know, it sparks some like fun conversations. And I'm always like, no, too big, smaller, smaller things. So yeah, that's been really fun. Again, love this spread, just my favorites for each category. And then words to remember, just like a wrap up of the month, kind of what I'm feeling in the moment. And then my 365-day checkoff sheet. And that is it. Ta-da! Should we grab our Nyota? Yay! Ah, so cute. Oh my god, this is like the perfect size for her. Maybe I should put them on like a purse together. Oh, okay, anyway. Thank you so much for hanging out and looking at my June pages with me. I'd love to know how you're doing in your journals, if there's any change on the horizon. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!